Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Escape Velocity. We are here, though we are still missing our Z, unfortunately. But I suppose she's with us in spirit, as you can now see the wonderful character art that she made for us. That's finally up on the overlay, so you can take a look at what we all look like. Um, yeah, because I know some of the things, like the biblically accurate angel that Erstwhile is, might be a little bit difficult to comprehend just based on words alone. And we all get to see Neith's lovely smile now with the very pointy teeth. Um, and then there's Scarra and Teddy. But we're back. You just watched our intro video, which tells you what we do here on the channel, mostly TTRPG stuff, but sometimes we do video game stuff too, if we're feeling up to it. Our schedule is beneath our faces if you're live here on Twitch, or it's on our socials if you want to follow us there. This week should be pretty normal for once. Because we had Strixhaven on Monday. We're playing this tonight. One nothing Wednesday because that's our break night. Um, let's see. I'm also just realizing I should be monitoring audio levels on OBS because new computer who dis. Um, let's see. Thursday, tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I already talked about that. Thursday, we'll be back with Elegant Creatures, which is now a Monster of the Week game. We recently switched systems. Friday should be Neon Gods, which is Elegant Crete. No, that's. Hi. That's going to be it for us tonight. My brain clearly isn't working. Friday is Neon Gods, which is a Good Society game. Saturday, they'll be back with Ward 47, which is in the Parslings system. And then Sunday, we'll be back with Blades in the Dark. Well, that's the system. Duskwall's Dead is the name of that game. And yeah, um, I think that's it. The only real schedule thing coming up soon is that next Tuesday normally would be Squire Squad. I will be gone, so I believe that LB is gonna be running the show in a another one-shot set in the Squire Squad universe. So they'll be playing without Dad around, so I'm sure that's gonna go completely off the rails. So you should definitely check that out. But if you're not able to catch any of our shows live, we put it all up on YouTube. So you can check us out there at your convenience. Um, I think that's it in terms of channel stuff. So let's start going around and saying who we are, where you are on the internet, and what you are doing tonight. Um, Go ahead and start with David.
All right, yeah. David, internet wise, you can pretty much find me here on Tuesday nights. Whereas this week I'm running Stars Without Numbers, and the alternating Tuesday I play in the Masks game. But yeah, tonight, Stars Without Numbers. That's me.
And
Hi, I'm LB.
oh, I mean, sure, you can go. I'm next on the overlay, but
Oh, sorry.
so
I didn't
eager.
want to. Oh, sorry.
It's fine. Hi, I'm Alex, OMG. It's some guy on the internet's here Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Tuesdays, I'm either in this game or usually running the Squire Squad game, and Sunday nights over on LB's channel. And in this game, I am playing Teddy, who is a courtesan and a bunny man and psychic and also a starship captain, or soon to be starship captain. We don't actually have the ship yet. Now it's your turn.
Hi, I'm LB Hackemup. You can find me at LB Hackemup on the Twitters and the Twitches. I have gotten into hyperfixation mode and deleting photos off my phone. I'm sorry. It won't last much longer. I'm going to be playing Neith tonight. She is the mechanic of the group, a mermaid with robotic legs. Yeah, that's me.
Hello, I am Mecha or Mecha Spider at Mechalite Spider on Twitter. You can find me here mostly and sometimes on LB's channel. I am playing Scarra, the Who Man. He is a pilot slash drone pilot, and he good with gun and trading stuff.
All right. Um, that's it for who we have here tonight. So I think now we'll turn things over to David to tell us, what happened last time.
All right. So, in your attempt to get off of this planet, you found yourself working for the government at the moment so that you can be allowed to keep some of the illegally procured salvage that you've previously gotten. And what they want you to do is to get into this lab at this ancient, university that has like a force field set up on it. They can't figure out where the force field's coming from. They tried to blast through it, and another one was behind it. You all managed to get through the force field. First, you talked to the force field. It did talk back with letters and text. You had a little conversation. You came back, you fixed a panel, and a very friendly voice came online. It was pretty quickly apparent that this voice was also some kind of AI or VI or something like that. And they very, very friendly, in a very friendly way, led you away from security, which you found out was another AI, to a place where you could get some credentials. Scarra was able to fly a drone through the ventilation ducts to bypass some of the security there, to set off an alarm that would allow you all to go get this credentials, where you then eventually met this VI that had been helping you out, Pleasant. That's not his official name. That's just what people call him. And he kind of filled you in. They had psychics working here in this facility. They did, largely psychic-based sci-tech research in this lab. And when the scream happened 600 years ago, the psychics went insane and started, killing people in the lab. Anyone who wasn't a psychic. Security and Pleasant, who at the time was 4 robots, managed to stop the psychics, but everyone else died. And they have been alone in here for 600 years. Pleasant has now had to cannibalize 3 of the other VI platforms so he could have a functioning platform. He turns out he's a telekinetic weapon platform, but he cannot hurt people, or he can't kill people. You managed to get his security stuff changed, so now he works specifically for Neith. Neith could have put other people's names on there, but did not, and is now in control of, it is Pleasant's superior. And you've worked on getting a virus set up, and you're going to go try and get security to disengage from being in a high security state. Security also doesn't want this to be happening, but Pleasant has kind of explained that the way his brakes are set up are different than Pleasant's, and he effectively has to try and stop anyone who's an intruder. He's being as nice as he can about it at the moment, but when you make a move on security himself, he will have to try and stop you. And it doesn't matter that you have credentials, because he knows that those are a lie. He must pursue trying to stop any intruders. And yeah, that's kind of where we pick up. Had you made the virus yet, or was that still something you needed to do? Do you remember?
I don't think we had, because I haven't rolled in a while.
Okay. So yeah.
Who are these people?
That's the other
David?
That's the other group.
He's cheating on us with another group.
Yeah, that's the other group. Rasp and Miles and Augustus.
Augustus.
There's another Miles
guessed
by
it.
group out there.
Augustus is the other bunny boy. I don't know if I told you guys that, but you independently from each other made bunny boys.
Good
I would be
taste.
really upset if they all had the same species in every single way. Like one
No.
human, one bunny boy, one fish person.
Rasp is also from Zabuth, and he is a Cobra man. So, as in, he is just a dude with a big Cobra head.
Ah,
But
getting a bit sidetracked.
yeah,
Does he have a tail? Like,
I don't think so. I'd
He
have to
keeps it
look it
wrapped
up.
around his leg.
He's from the show. I think it's called Dino Riders. It's a cartoon from when I was very
oh my
little. Like
god.
I barely remember it.
Okay, so we're doing the virus thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I believe we were prepping to go inside just before last session.
Yeah. Basically, we're
Like
ready.
we were about to charge in and start doing stuff, but we haven't yet.
Ready to go. Yeah. So roll me up. You have access to computers, and Pleasant is able to give you copies of securities code, or give you access to copies of securities code. So you will be able to program a virus before you go in there, because otherwise you'd hack in and have to spend multiple hours hacking. But
So-
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, just give me a program.
So 12, baby.
12. That's really good. Okay.
I'm good
so
at
this
one thing.
can
Well,
be
like
done
two things.
in a couple of ways. Neith, if you don't want to physically go there, you don't have to. They can bring oh darn it, what are they called? I want to call them spikes, but that's from Star Wars. Spikes in this are how you move faster than light. Basically a device that they can just jam into the computer and let you remote hack.
Yeah.
We just need to find out where to plug it in.
You actually, with those, you don't, if you have a good one, you just have to get it in like a decent spot. So if you just like slapped it on the side of one of these server towers in here, it would work. You wouldn't actually even have to plug it in.
Do we have that kind of technology?
Yeah. I don't know if you specifically got it, but before you went in here, but you knew there was tech involved. You knew things like this might be important. So I'm going to say you could, if you want to have those, you can have them.
Okay. Yes. Will my boy be in danger if I put him in there?
Pleasant?
Yeah.
I mean, theoretically.
I'll be close. Be close to my child.
All right.
Close to your
But not
8-foot
in the
child.
He's just a boy.
A very big metal boy.
Pleasant is huge.
And he's also stronger than all of us combined, probably.
It's just Neith going, he's just a boy.
You're holding a nuke right now. A nuke-powered machine.
What was it was Wings who was suggesting Centaur World, right? Has anyone else watched it? Okay.
Yes,
I
yes.
watched the first season and a little bit of the second now, but yeah.
I've not
Stabby?
gotten around to it.
It's stabby. It's basically stabby.
Yeah, Stabby.
I'm
That's
an
what
adult.
I was thinking of. Anyways. Yeah. So okay, if you're all going in, easy enough. So again, to recap, the thing that'll be is that force fields will be keeping you from getting to security himself, as he has a bunch of server towers. He will be able to have several of his little floating drone things up, fighting you, and they may or may not be invisible. Because he doesn't have to make any of this stuff visible.
It's rude as hell.
Yeah, come on, man.
And yeah, that's about what you know so far. Yeah.
So I think basically as far as we got last time was deciding that Scarra and I would act as distractions for the most part to try and have security focus on us.
So because we've said there can only be about 6 at one point of the holographic projections. 8, right?
8. Yeah, 8 total, which
so
includes force fields.
Yes, that's why we're trying to draw as much of those onto us.
Mhm.
So hopefully what happens is we have at least, I was going to say, some of the drones on us and probably some of the walls on us. We can break through those walls, can we? Can we not?
Yeah. So all of them have, Pleasant described it as like, 1 or 2 good shot, like good, well-aimed shots could bring down a force field.
When we say shots, do we mean
like from like a gun?
From like a physical, like a bullet, or like a laser?
Lasers depends on whether or not it's opaque or not. If they're invisible, the laser goes straight through it and will do no damage to the force field.
Can I say my laser? I mean, I imagine a laser pistol would actually make an actual shot, like somewhat like you can see it, like Star Wars.
Yeah, but that laser is literally light, so it's not gonna have significant mass.
If the barrier is transparent, then it'll just go through it, is what they're saying.
Yeah.
I don't think my weapons can do anything unless I use my knife.
So knives work too.
I have a monoblade knife, which does at least 7 damage total, plus 2 shock.
Yeah.
So I guess 9 damage.
Well, no, shock doesn't add to damage.
Oh, it doesn't? Okay.
No, shock is what happens if you miss. So if you miss, it does 2 damage.
Right. I haven't actually got to use shock yet.
Yeah. You miss, and you'll also have like a shock AC number. And it'll need to be, the AC will need to be like that or below. So like the better, the higher the AC,
it does
the
have
better.
an AC on it. It's 15.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
Had this knife from the start.
All right. And since it's monoblade, it means that it should work on something like a force field. If it was like a just like a big ass stick or something like that, probably wouldn't work.
Probably not. Probably just snap.
Since it's a tech level 4 weapon, it'll work on force fields.
Gotcha.
I have my special punches.
Yes.
I cannot handle the power of the rabbit.
Yeah, you just know how to punch too good.
Yeah. I'm the best puncher that ever was.
All right. So you have this virus downloaded onto your compad. You're ready to go.
All right. Is everybody ready to go?
Yep, as ready as we'll ever be.
Get out of that.
All right. Pleasant?
Yes.
Are you prepared for what is to
Absolutely.
happen? I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Here is the virus. Do not plug it into yourself.
Easy enough. Thanks. All right. Should I go first?
Yes, please. Wait, distraction first.
Yeah, me and Ted should go first, so we can probably running, right? Running and screaming pretty much to draw as much fire as possible.
Are you going to do the distraction starting now, or when we get into securities? Oh, you want to draw them away from security's actual. I understand better now. The distraction makes more sense to me.
Because then you won't have any things on you. I mean, you might still have some, but you seem capable
close
enough.
by in case he decides to drop those and make new ones where we are.
We can get around pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I have literal rocket boosters strapped to my legs. Oh, not strapped to my... They are my legs.
I was noticing. I like those legs.
Thank you. Me too. Your boss here worked on them. Very good mechanic.
That's good to know.
Yes.
All right.
Please do not die, companions.
Haven't ever done that yet.
I've been pretty close, but you and Erstwhile have always brought me back.
Goodbye.
All
I
right.
guess, is the door open or is it closed right now? Imagine we've just
So,
been saying this into the open room where security can just be like,
I mean, you guys are pretty far away.
oh yeah, there is up top left, of course.
Yeah, and it looks like Pleasant had more recently destroyed a lot of the cameras and like
Oh
speakers
yeah.
and stuff in this area, so you should be free from security overhearing. And he
Okay.
also didn't pursue you past 14, like this room where you got the security IDs. Remember, security kind of had a couple of the little floaty guys following you around,
Yes.
and then he just like didn't follow you after that.
Yep. So seems like basically 14 and north on the map is security's domain.
Hmm. So I guess we should go up to 7 to their security checkpoint and get ready, I guess. Going guns blazing. Are we drawing them out of the room if we can?
Well, so he
Or
manifests the things wherever he wants them.
hmm.
So doing
So
it
it could
outside
be
the room would be
anywhere in the
best.
facility. We could just start
Mhm.
shooting one of the things in his area.
So if you were trying to really clear the path, the only place you could go to clear the path for Neith and Pleasant would be 2. Be
2?
up like where
Yeah.
you guys entered, because they're
Mhm.
gonna have to go through like 12 and 3 and 6 and all of these to get to the big ass room where security is.
Right.
Um, so I guess maybe what we should do is, just casually walk our way to 2 and see what security does about that. If security's fine with us attempting to leave, then, you know, but, because then if. Why won't the slot finish? My brain's hit like
The
80% on the
himbo,
slot.
it's
A dead
taking
end.
over.
Oh god, he's being affected by the scream.
Wait, what? But no, because if security is putting up a resistance the whole way, then it's like, well, okay, then yeah, we just need to stick together and force our way in. But if we can get to 2, maybe what we can do is, the boys start causing a ruckus, security manifests things, and Neith and Pleasant sneak by to get through to the security hub.
Hmm. I feel like if we walk past because they have some drones in the hallway, the drones will probably start following us.
Yeah, and so, I mean, that would be what we start attacking if
Hmm.
security doesn't aggro on us.
Yeah, that's what we should do.
Okay, I like this plan. So then Neith and Pleasant would probably just be hanging out in 14, or probably 16, and wait for you guys to go through, and then move into 14, and be ready to sprint towards security's location once you give the go.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so if you two do that, you start. You open the door from 14 into the 13 hallway there, and there are still 2 visible security projections. And um, one of the projections, some text begins to kind of like go across it that uh, that says, you were trespassing on government funded in a government funded research lab. You will need to leave and be detained.
Well, you're making a lot of good points there, security, but I suppose a couple of things first. One, look, we're employees now, and like shows off his new employee ID badge. Um, Second, the government that you were working for is long gone. Like, there's nobody from that government anymore. Um, and I guess third, I mean,
We're
I don't,
currently heading towards the exit, so
yeah, that too.
that's third.
And I guess 3B is generally don't like being detained, certainly not without negotiation ahead of time, and you and I don't have that relationship yet.
All right. The text kind of goes across the the projection again that is like, I'm well aware the government must have fallen. This is how I know you are not allowed to be here. Anyone who could give you permission to be here is long since dead.
Can you give us permission to be here?
I cannot.
Well, that's a shame. Well, we'll just start making our way out to the exit then. It'll be easier to detain us there, right?
Yes.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
And the projections kind of like split up. One of them is in front of you and one's behind you, so that way you can see if you want to talk to him at all. But it's just like floating backwards with its like gun clearly pointed at you.
All right. Yeah, just gonna go, I think, basically to room 3, and then. So, right now it's just Scar and I, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I think we'll get to room 3 and then start going into 2 to make a ruckus there.
Okay.
Since we probably saw these two before we entered the room, we probably should have said, you take care of the one in front, I'll take care of the one behind, maybe. Just so
Yeah,
we don't end up getting shot in the back.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, and so when you move into 2, what you will notice is that the security projections will just flank either side of this door. And there is a force field back here at the entrance, but it is no longer invisible. There is a slight tint to it. And one of the drones or one of the projections text goes across it that says, "You will need to wait here until police arrive."
Okay. I think Teddy will just like plop down in a chair or something, or like sit down at the feet, like underneath a drone, just twiddling his, or doesn't actually plop down, like gets down in a crouch, but just like puts on an air of just twiddling his thumbs and idling. And I guess the intent right now is to wait and see for Pleasant and Neith to make it into 3 before we start acting up.
Okay. So you two leave leave 14 into that hallway. And a security projection appears in front of you.
In front of us?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna wait until the distraction happens and it goes away.
All
I
right.
think Scarra starts to get a little bit impatient and just looks over to Teddy and nods. He's like, maybe enough times have passed. I don't know.
Oh. And then
Okay.
He's just gonna whip out his rifle
yeah,
and just shoot the one right next to him.
and Teddy from his crouch position was ready and just does a shoryuken like uppercut into the drone that he's right next to.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a surprise.
Oh, what a
So-
surprise!
You guys can get your shots off.
Okay. Wait. Oh, what's the difference between having my laser rifle and burst or not?
Oh, your laser rifle can't do burst.
Okay.
So, yeah, it'll ask you that when you shoot. But
I got
Oh,
a
dang.
24. And
For
I
2
rolled
damage.
2 damage. Brilliant.
all right.
Amazing roll. Terrible damage.
I mean, that might be enough.
It's not.
Ah,
No.
that's a shame. Oh, meanwhile, I only roll an 8 to hit.
Oh, I don't believe that hits.
Okay, well, I do still have the, even with a miss, I do my 1d6,
Ah, yes.
which
They're
is a
magic
6.
punches. Nice.
Okay.
You do more damage than me even when you miss.
Yeah, but I think my maximum damage output is much lower.
Hmm.
Eh,
Okay.
it's
Only
D8
by
versus
2.
your D10.
I have a D10 plus 1.
Now I want initiative rolls, please.
Okay. Yeah, look at that. I probably should.
That's a 5 for me.
7 for me.
It's the same as security.
Yeah.
Which PCs win ties in this system. It's an official thing. I normally do that as a house rule, but I like that it's official in this.
That's good.
Well, let's get one for Pleasant as well.
Where's initiative?
Top
We
right
don't have
of
a
the
tracker
sheet.
up. Oh, right, that too. Yeah, top right.
Oh,
Oof, and Pleasant's doing well.
Oh, dang.
Pleasant's the best of us.
Mm-hmm. They really are.
Okay. Let me get just old school. All right. So it is going to be Pleasant, Scarra, security, Teddy, and Neith. Okay. Yeah, Pleasant is gonna, wait to see if this thing's gonna go away. So Scarra.
Well, I guess since it didn't go down for my first shot, I'm just going to take another shot at it.
All right.
And
Oh yeah, did the drone drop from my 6 damage to it?
It did not.
Okay.
12.
Ooh, I don't think a 12 hits. Let me double check.
The damage is much better.
Yes. Let's look at this thing. No, it does not.
Damn. Even though I'm point blank.
That is with your. We did have your laser rifle do a +1 to hit
Yes, I
above
think
normal. Okay.
maybe. I'm just going to check real quick.
Maybe there's your attack bonus, the
yeah, I
weapon
do.
attack bonus.
Okay.
Attribute.
It still wouldn't have hit now that I think about
I
it, but
still have a +2 actually, but to hit because I have good shoot roll.
okay. All right. So it's going to be security's turn. and it is the one in front of there is going to disappear and reappear over here. And then he's gonna do some shots. All right, so we're gonna do the one that you just uppercut, Teddy. It kind of tries to slam down on you really hard.
Okay. Oof. That's so much to hit.
Oh wow, rolled very good. All right, 6 damage.
Yeah, that beats my 15.
Okay.
All right. Fine, I still got a fair amount of heaps.
All right. The one that you shot, Scarra, is gonna try and bash you. Oh dang! I assume the 24 hits you for 5 damage,
Yes.
and then the third one
Ow.
appears behind you, Scarra, and tries to shoot you with a laser.
Well, guys, it was nice knowing you.
These things have a better than 50% chance of hitting us. And we don't even know what we need to hit them yet.
I'm
Oh
dead,
my
guys.
That's
I
all your
am.
HP.
That is all of my HP. Maybe Erstwhile will be able to pick me up.
Yeah, Erstwhile is there. I forgot about Erstwhile, and she will use her psychic healing on you.
Do I go into the
But
minuses?
no, there's no such thing as minuses here.
Okay.
Negative numbers aren't real, they can't hurt you.
Yeah. Dang, they rolled so good. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh. Oh my god, did you? Oh, okay, he didn't roll max damage. Still, okay.
That wasn't max damage, guys. That first, if they had done the 11 to me first, I would have been down to 1 health.
Gar's too squishy.
I am too squishy. I've only got 12 health max.
Okay, so that puts you all here. I'm just gonna go. Pleasant is, I believe, kind of fast. Let me look at Pleasant speed, or is he just normal speed? Let me look. Movement. Oh, I don't have his movement stat here. It's probably just normal speed, though. I didn't give him anything extra. But let's see. With a run, you guys can get. Oof. It's going to take you guys a few rounds.
Part of why I was hoping to wait for us to see them, but Teddy is just gonna. This will be fine.
All
Just
right.
immediately see fucking Scarra just drop.
Yeah. So is it my turn now?
Yes, Teddy.
All right. I mean, just gonna hit the one that hit me again. See if I can't take it out.
All right.
I got one better on my attack roll for a 9 this time. But the miss damage is a 3.
Okay. It is sadly still up.
Yeah, I don't think this encounter is very balanced, y'all. we're
I don't
getting
think
our
we were
butts
supposed to
kicked.
fight.
No, probably not.
We fucked around and we're finding out. All right. I think that's it because I can't attack again, and doesn't really make much sense to move.
All right.
Or you should start running.
I mean, there's a
Where are you going
force
to
field
run
there,
though?
so I mean there are 4 projections in this room right now that we can see.
Mm-hmm.
I guess maybe like I don't know. I guess Teddy will like hop over whatever this couch is in the middle and hunker down a little bit so that it at least needs to spend some energy and focus moving to get a shot at him.
Yeah, is helpful in this game.
Yep. I mean, it can teleport the drones, but little bits.
So, yeah, there's a little bit, but yeah. One thing is that the drones. Okay. So he's gonna let's.
Neith's turn now. I've lost track of initiative.
Or does Erstwhile get a turn in this initiative at the end? Probably.
Erstwhile is saving you
Okay.
on her or on their turn. Neith, I imagine you're just keeping up with Pleasant and the run.
Yes.
Okay. Let me know if that changes.
Yeah, just let me know when we get there.
I suppose if there's anything you want to be doing, like if you wanted to be like trying to do any kind of hacking stuff now, or like doing comms, you could just like Pleasant could be carrying you, and then you could have your actions to do stuff.
I just want like as soon as I get in range to start hacking to shut this thing down, that's what I want to be doing.
Okay.
I just like to imagine the drone was following them and then it just suddenly stopped.
Yeah.
It's like, why is it stopped? Maybe they're fighting. Maybe they're doing the distracting. No, he's just dead.
Oh, good.
All right. So that's that. Scarra, you haven't been like horrific. You weren't horrifically killed. So you're still up, and in fact, you take some amount of healing. So
I only got shot.
Yeah, you weren't like maimed. You weren't like your head wasn't like removed from your body or any shit
I
like
imagine
that.
I just got shot in the chest or something.
So
we already know Erstwhile can do some pretty big healing from limbs getting torn off.
Yeah, but since there wasn't anything crazy like that, I'm going to say you're still conscious.
Okay.
+2. You get a little bit of healing in you. Oh, I didn't roll it. I just told. Let's roll 2. Okay,
I'm pretty much back to max.
Yeah.
But Erstwhile can't do that to you again today.
Okay. Scarra just like goes wide eyes, like, this was a bad plan.
So that happened technically last turn. So it is your turn. You're on the ground.
I'm gonna get up off the ground. And I'm going to swing behind cover.
Got it.
And I'm going to take a crack shot at this one again.
All right.
Please, God. 21, 10 damage.
Oh, that hits. 10 damage. Okay.
And this one has taken 12 so far.
You've taken 2.
Yeah, I did 2 to it. I did 2 to this one so
it's
far,
12
and then I did 10 to it now. Yeah, 12 total.
Okay.
Got it. Okay.
And I can't shoot again, can I? I thought I can only have one action per turn.
Yep, only. All right. Yeah, well, we'll have to be a little dialed in on this stuff. It is still sadly up.
Does it look damaged?
Hard to tell, as it is a force construct.
That is fair.
All right. So that's that. It's security's turn. They will be shooting at you all now. Okay, so this one's going at you, Teddy.
Does the cover do anything?
Yes. What's your AC with no cover?
15.
Okay, misses.
That's good because that was about half my health.
All right. Another one is going to shoot at you now, Teddy, as you haven't been hit yet. Oh, that misses as well.
Yep.
But one is still going to shoot at Scarra.
Okay. Oh boy. Does cover help me?
What's your AC no cover?
14.
14. That does hit you.
Does it cut in half or like the minus by 2?
The damage, no, you still take the damage. So you still.
Guys, I'm still up.
You're at one heap again.
Yep, it's like I'm just started, guys.
Okay.
We should grab like healing stim packs or something before we came in here.
They're hard to use in this game. It is hard to heal yourself in this game. This is where it's kind of deadly as compared to D&D stuff like that. Is healing is hard to come by, and you can only take so much of it before you get killed from healing. Because it's like chemical healing. So psychics work their way around that. But anyways. That is security. Teddy, it's your go.
All right. I guess gonna try and make things a little bit better for us maybe and jump out at the one that's been shot a bunch and try and punch that one.
Good thinking.
Nope. My highest roll so far has been a 5.
No, it's been a 9.
No, 5 on the dice.
Oh, on the dice, yeah. Okay.
Oh wow.
But good thing I get that miss damage of 2.
Oh my god.
We'll kill one by the end of this. By the time Neith reaches the door, we'll all be dead. But at least we'll have killed one.
Look, you're just trying to slow them down and keep them off me.
Yep.
Even though it's probably harder for them to hit me than it is you.
Yeah.
You are more tanky than me.
Well, that'll be good because we've only got 4 projections here, so they have presumably 4 to deal with as well.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You guys are getting there. That's pleasant. Not quite ready for you to do any hacking, Neith. You can if you on the way through. If you want to shoot at one of these things, you can. I don't know if you want to do that or not. But
are they shooting at me yet?
Nope.
I'm good, thanks.
The plan seems to be working.
Yes.
Okay. Security or no, Scarra, it's your turn.
Yeah. I'm looking at my inventory, seeing if there's anything else here that can help. Nope. Okay, I'm just gonna keep shooting the one that I've been shooting. I'm probably going down next turn anyways. 19.
That hits.
6 damage.
It's dead.
I've been shooting. Yeah, we killed one. Okay.
I'm just waiting for that cinematic moment of Scar being like, yeah, and then straight into the heart.
Scarra definitely goes like, finally, suck it. I've seen death twice now, and you're gonna, and then just probably gonna, it goes on to the next turn.
All right. It's going to be securities go now. It's going to manifest another projection.
Yeah, I mean,
That's 5.
yeah, I'm sort of
It
operating.
could have 8 up at once.
Mm. So we probably shouldn't have started killing these things. We probably should have started gathering these things. Oh well.
Yeah, but presumably that one can't shoot at us this turn.
Because it's just manifested.
And this one's going to kind of move over next to you, Scarra. And a text will appear on it. And it'll just be like in plain text, surrender.
Sorry, Ted. I don't think I can do much here without eating death again, and I think if I get shot again, I might just die for real. I think the best thing to do here is negotiate a peaceful surrender between all of us, including you, security. I am losing a lot of blood. Yeah, I surrender. As long as you promise not to shoot me again. Or hit me or any kind of physical harm. Do you have a healing droid here? Of any sort? I heard it's like illegal to hurt your prisoners.
All right. That's probably good on a combat round of talking. Yeah, I think with that, the other ones are going to kind of move onto either side of you, Teddy, and see what you do.
Okay.
But it
right.
is
I
your
guess it
turn.
is my turn now.
Mhm.
I think what Teddy is gonna do is, you know, hopefully he survives this plan. But Teddy is gonna, like, kind of nod at Scarra, but then is going to jump up and like do a flip onto this drone and like try and ride it and just like the rabbit punch down into it.
Okay.
And hopefully, if I'm riding it and they try and shoot me, they'll maybe shoot their own
Shoot
drone.
themselves. Yeah.
That's finally maybe a hit. 18.
It hits.
All right. And I guess that's just 3 damage.
Yeah. I need to move you so I can.
Yeah.
Is this the one you did shock damage to in the past?
Yeah, that I've missed a couple times, but I don't think I've done enough to it. But
No, it's still up.
yeah, but as Teddy is doing that, he'll just say, "It's all right, Scarra, you take a breather. I've got this." And it's just like riding this thing around.
Okay. It's going to bring us back around to Pleasant, who's going to get us all the way over here, where it becomes apparent that there is a force field here at 10. But you don't see any Any other projections? There doesn't seem to be any combat projections here.
Cool. Is there a port? Or
No, you're gonna have to get through 10 into here.
Okay. And the only way to do that is to punch through this, get through this barrier.
Yeah.
Okay. Same situation. I can't hack through it
Yeah.
on the
You're just gonna
outside.
have
Okay.
to physically destroy it.
All right.
Um,
All right. I'm going to say, all right. Pleasant, would you please break through this barrier for me?
Absolutely. And he's already probably got telekinetic armor up, and you just see a rifle kind of appear in his hand, and he starts shooting at the barrier, which will get a roll for Pleasant here. He's gonna shoot a mag rifle.
Will my laser gun work on this as well?
Yes, because you can see it.
Okay. Then I will also do that.
That was a pretty beefy shot from Pleasant.
That's my boy!
Yeah, which if it was one of the normal constructs, it wouldn't have hit. But since it's just a wall, it hits. So, yeah, if you want to give me a shot with the laser rifle, go ahead.
So 10 for 2 damage. I'm helping.
So
I did my part. Wait.
The wall is kind of like
I'm doing my part.
and flicking. But it's still up.
I envision the way that this is working is Neith is she's lowered herself a little bit on her legs, and she is standing in front of Pleasant, and Pleasant is like shooting above her, and she's using him as a shield for anyone coming from behind.
I like it.
For some reason, anytime I think of Pleasant now, I'm just thinking of the Iron Giant.
Kinda.
And just like Neith is just in his hands. He's not even that big. But that's how I picture him.
He is pretty. I mean, 8 feet tall. He's a big boy.
Yeah, not quite Iron Giant, but yeah. Oh gosh. Anyways. Okay. So that's gonna kind of be Pleasant and Neith's go. I'm just gonna kind of roll them into the same thing for right now. Scarra, you are surrendered. Doing anything else? Do you want to do a talk roll or anything like that?
Yeah, I'd like to. Well, I don't really have talk. I have work. I have connect. Administer. It would administer work here. They are robots. Robots. Could I try and convince them to try and not?
I will allow an
shoot so
administer
hard?
roll, but it's going to be a higher DC than a talk roll would be.
What exactly?
Just so you know.
I feel like I've asked this before. What can I do with administer?
So administer is like running a business, right? Like making sure everyone gets paid on time, like doing all of those administrative type jobs.
I'm going to say, before I roll, because I think it's more funny doing it like this. Technically, since we are under your system, security as employees, even though I am surrounded, I am not saying I'm not surrounded here because I cannot do anything against you clearly. But my fellow employee over there, working here at the same company as you, on the payroll now, even if you do shoot him, I recommend not killing him. At least use non-lethal force, because a company, any company, even if the government is gone, under your records, shooting your own employee does put a red mark on your page. So I recommend not shooting to kill. Would be advisable.
Give me a
no modifiers.
Give me nope.
And
Give me
what
the.
attribute is intelligence, I guess?
I would allow
Charisma?
intelligence or charisma.
I'll take
Either
charisma.
one.
10.
10. Okay, that's not bad. Especially since you're just telling him to go with non-lethal.
Mm.
You're not even telling him to stop fighting.
No, I know they're not going to stop shooting. I mean, it would be crazy to try and tell this thing to stop shooting.
Okay. No, we don't need artifacts. Okay, it looks like maybe it might have listened to you in this, in that the drones or the projections, the weaponry seems to kind of change on the front of them. And one is. Wait, why is this? That's not what I want at all. Okay. Just clicking on the picture I have for the force projections, not the character sheet. Okay. I'm going to just roll a melee here, but I'm gonna have to roll the damage separately because it is not. Ooh, that's a miss.
Yep.
And the other one here moves over next to Scarra. And has got like weapons trained on Scarra.
Just hands up. Can't
So
do
yeah,
much else. I think
there's
actually I'm going to lie on my stomach. I know it's not my turn, but for next turn, I'm just gonna
mhm.
pull out the remote for the drone and just start moving it again.
Okay.
After on my turn, but not obviously I can't do that as a free action, probably not.
Teddy, it is your turn.
Um, I don't know if this is something I could do. I think the intent Teddy is gonna try and like steer this drone and like careen into the other two. Is basically just trying to cause havoc and chaos and maybe make hoping that security will spawn more drones in here to try and contain him.
Okay.
But I don't know what role that would be.
Give me a punch.
Sure, just a punch skill roll.
Yes.
Okay. I don't think any of my modifier stats will be pertinent here. Um, 'Cause, yeah, I don't think I can make this a con, wisdom, or charisma roll.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be like strength.
Okay. That's an 8.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'll say you cause them to smack into each other.
Yep. So you are like prone on the ground or something, Scar, just in time for Teddy to like pinball into the drones around you.
Give me a you do a d6 shock damage, right? Give me a d6
Okay.
roll.
2.
Okay. We'll say it does 2 to each of them.
Yep. And I think
I'm gonna
Teddy is
probably have
just
to move
like
you over there.
hooting and hollering at this point, trying to be a menace.
All right. Uh, kind of moving. I guess moving Neith and Pleasant to basically be at the same time because it's going to make more sense for what we're doing. Get Pleasant is gonna shoot a gun. Why didn't it shoot? There we go. Dang. Flipping Roll20 loves me today.
Yep.
Also, I feel like I might have too many pluses in here somehow. We'll see. Um,
You can
okay.
I
never
mean,
be
he
too
did roll a
pleasant, David.
17, so
Yeah. Okay. No, that's right.
I,
That's right. It
I
just
don't think
breaks
you.
up my pluses in a weird way.
Yeah.
mm.
'Cause I think
All
the
right.
lowest you've rolled has been like a 10, maybe. Um,
I've missed. Yeah, I do
or
think I
no,
rolled a
you
10.
did
Yeah.
roll a 3 once, which with all the modifiers was still an 11 attack roll.
Hmm. So yeah, one of the force field here drops, and you see that there's another force field behind it, like over towards this way. But Neith, as you're about to like take aim and shoot at it, it disappears, and another force construct
Mm-hmm.
appears over here. I mean, you don't know why, but it just disappeared.
Cover me. I'm gonna go in.
Okay.
I'm gonna start a hacking if I can.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you move in and you get into position, and I need a program check from you.
It's another 12. April
Okay.
1.
That's very good.
I just really, I this is just for my own edification, but I think it'd be funny if it was, if like this was a trap and like the doors closed and locked and like it started sucking all the air out and he's just like, okay.
Right.
What would kill normal humans? Like it starts filling up with water or something. She's like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, brisk.
But yeah, you're the virus is uploading, and I think very quickly. I think it will get one more round in here
Okay.
of these things.
Okay.
But yeah, and you see now that you're in here, you see over here towards 9. You see that there is a force field over this way as well.
Okay.
Whatever you want to think of that.
Can you do? Oh, okay. Like to get out? Is
No,
this gonna
you
turn
can
into a laser room?
you can get out the same way you came in. There doesn't seem to be
Yeah.
any force fields there.
Huh. Okay.
But we will see. So the force Scarra is surrendering and laying down. I'm going to try and get out the drone. Scarra, do you want to do your drone thing?
Yeah, I do. I'm just following. It since it has a gun on it, I'm going to continue it on from wherever it was and follow Neith and Pleasant.
Okay. So you look in and they are in where they need to be, and Neith is currently hacking it. There's
Okay.
no resistance.
Well, for now, I'll just keep the gun guarded at the door,
Okay.
just in case any more constructs go in there. Actually, does security know I'm controlling this thing? From a general guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I will not go into the room and shoot with it then, because that is a terrible plan. I will die immediately. But for now, I'll just keep it guarded at the door.
All right.
Actually, I'll probably start because Teddy's, bashing everything in here. I'm gonna start crawling towards 3. Just like on my stomach.
Okay.
Just trying to get away from the chaos so one of them doesn't land on me and kill me.
Just imagine you leaving like a smear of blood as you're
Mhm.
crawling, still bleeding profusely.
How far can I move?
Ooh, both of those miss Teddy.
Is there a specific number of squares I can move?
Crawling. We'll say half. I don't know the exact rules on crawling. It's 5 normally, so you can move. We'll say you can move 3 squares.
1, 2, 3.
All right. I
So-
forgot about shock damage. The shock damage is different on these, Teddy. So you would have had 3 missed melee hits here.
Okay.
But they're each 1 right now. So you have 3 damage
Okay.
that you've had.
Only my AC
And
was 1 higher. It looks like I could ignore it.
yeah, the damage too, you notice is like electrical. Looks like it seems like they're coming at you with like a taser.
Don't tase me, bro.
Yeah.
That'll make your fur all poofy.
All right, and Teddy, it's your go.
All right. I don't. Again, I don't know if this is something I can actually accomplish, but my intent right now is to like springboard off the one that I've been riding, like send it into the other ones, but then in the same motion with my super jumps, like get around behind that pillar or whatever and take cover again.
Okay. Yeah. Um. Look at skills.
I mean, I have a +0 in exert.
Okay. Yeah. Roll me an exert. I like that.
6.
Okay. Um. It's nowhere near as glorious as you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
So what all you're trying to like knock this guy into another one and
Yeah, send this into the 2 to the left and then springboard over behind here.
okay. I will say you can successfully do one of those 2 things.
Yeah.
Your choice.
I will go with the springboard, and I think, Teddy was expecting this, like, glorious, like, kick off of it, send it careening. I think it just moves, like, a few inches as he finally jumps off this thing.
All right. But yeah, you do find yourself in cover. And Scarra, as you're kind of crawling away, these things are just like kind of following you. They easily keep up.
How can they see me? I blend in perfectly with the floor.
You are painting it red with your blood.
I'm playing.
And
I'm a very red character with a red
It's the
jacket, red
scratch
hair.
marks.
God damn it!
Yeah.
I'm not even running.
the program finishes loading, Neith. You've got it in there. It's taking effect, and security begins basically doing a reboot to update his operating system, and all of the security, all of the force projections kind of like flicker and reestablish. And the text on one of them near you, Scarra, says, "Security lockdown is now ended.
Hooray!
Like, it is safe to return to work, employees."
I think Scarra finally reading this, he just like kind of slumps on the floor and just starts holding his like chest in pain.
And most of these will disappear.
I think Scarra will continue crawling, like trying to just like kind of like stands up and starts like hobbling towards the medical bay. There was a medical bay in here, wasn't it? Wasn't it? It was like a
Yeah,
14 or something.
14. Yeah.
Is he going to be like
Um,
holding himself against the wall, just like walking towards the
Erst,
medical
we'll say
bay?
Erstwhile is gotcha, and you're gonna need some serious rest before Erstwhile can give you any more psychic healing. Because we cheated a little bit. You shouldn't have been in the fight really at all. But um, yeah, the security is now much more pleasant to talk to in his stuff. There's a few like walls that will like have a projection on it here and there, and more or less um, security apologizes for attacking you.
Oh, it's okay. You were
You
just
better
doing
be
your job.
better be glad that HR probably doesn't exist anymore.
If they existed, in all likelihood, I would have had to kill you.
Well, I'm very glad they don't exist anymore.
Is everyone alive?
Ah,
Mostly.
Goodness. It seems that you have taken a lot of damage.
I've got a hole in my jacket.
That is unfortunate. I cannot help you with that.
Oh,
But your legs look great.
I'm not a fucking tailor.
Look, I got one job. I can do it, okay?
it's just like Wolverine, where when I heal, my clothes heal with me.
Yeah.
That's not how Wolverine works.
Yes, it is.
It's in the movies.
It is in the
All right.
movies.
I have not seen the movies in a while then.
He's not walking around with clothes with a bunch of holes in them all the time.
Exactly.
I will say that. Yeah.
He gets like stabbed and shot, and suddenly his clothes are fine in the next scene.
Have we accomplished our goal for the evening?
I think so.
Security, will you accept new participants in this building?
The text kind of reads like, "Yes, the need to enforce security on the building has been dramatically reduced. I now only need to take action if human lives are in danger."
Thank you, security.
Does that expand past humanity and towards other races too?
Yes.
Good, I had to clarify.
Very
boy.
good. I think we should go have a snack.
Yes, I agree.
And maybe some orange slices. Promise
I
are
guess.
pleasant. Do you eat?
Says no.
Wonderful. I shall teach you how to cook.
Okay. It sounds like fun.
Lovely.
Do you
I
think?
shall show you our ship.
Do we have a ship?
We will. David promised.
Mhm.
I mean, Jimothy's ship is out there somewhere.
That's true.
Yeah, it's parked and everything. Why can't we? I mean, it's technically as long as we just.
It's going to be sold to pay for to help give money to
Yeah.
the
As
victims
cool
of
as
Jimothy's
cool as that
crimes.
ship is, we can't have it because it's tagged to a criminal.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's fair. But yeah, I guess.
But you are going to be allowed to fly it back to port.
Yeah, just so
On
as long as we never
Atlantis.
go back to port. It's like an escort mission that'll never end.
Not quite. It's very hard to go stealth in systems here. If you
We're
try to
going
leave
stealth.
the
We're just
system,
saying our end goal. We're going the scenic route.
yeah. We will say you probably understand you need to go to port.
I hope this is enough for the colonel to let us off this goddamn rock with our gear and loot.
It better
Yeah.
be.
I mean, we did the job that Owen asked us to do, so we should go tell him that and get you patched up.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, unless you guys try and renegotiate the deal at all, Owen is kind of like, yeah, you're good. We'll after
Can I keep the
your
drone?
your pilot. Oh yeah, absolutely. After your pilot's all fixed up and ready to move, we'll fly you on over um to Jimothy's ship, and we'll have one of our guys escort you over to the port, and we should be, we'll unload your cargo, so it's not confused with any of Jimothy's belongings, and you should be good to go. I don't know where you'll go from there or whatnot. You'll, I suppose, want to line up a buyer pretty quick for your stuff there. Don't just want to leave it sitting around. But yeah, you should be good. We can get you out of here tomorrow.
Sounds pleasant.
Wonderful.
All right.
Speaking to the side to the group, I still have Jimothy's compad. Should I give it to them as one of his belongings, or should we keep it and try and hack it into it? And I don't know, whatever reason we'd want to keep the compad.
We should.
We could use it to find his buyer.
Well, but we're going with Pam's buyer now.
Oh.
We have no reason to keep it anymore, other than to slander his name. I don't know.
I mean, if we wanted to, I should have kept this conversation in character, probably.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, we could either, try and hack it ourselves and find out the buyer if we wanted to do business with them in the future, but
they did hire a murderer, so I don't know if they're exactly who you want to be talking to in our future endeavors for this business that we have not named yet.
Scarra, are you uncomfortable with murder?
Yeah. I mean,
Noted.
I don't really like illegal stuff. I mean,
Okay.
trying to
Is
be a good
Pleasant
person
here for
here.
this?
No, maybe, I don't know. Pleasant?
Yeah,
Is
it's
he
Pleasant
here?
here.
Sure.
Okay. They're going to be like, kind of like, I also am not able to commit crimes. However, I will say I am currently unaware of any laws that exist, as it has been 600 years, and I assume all governments
I
have
was
followed.
gonna say.
You have
Good.
plausible deniability then. I have the same.
If I uplink to any database that has laws on it and I learn the laws, I will be required to follow the laws.
Don't worry, Pleasant. We will fix that.
Look, all I'm saying is if there's a means to an end in my life, I have a goal in mind, and if breaking the law in order to do what I need to do happens, whatever, then I guess I'll do it. But if I don't have to break a crime for any good reason, then I will not.
Okay.
Good to know. And again, please do not commit any crimes I know are crimes in front of me. I would be required to stop you.
Can you tell us what those are, just for future reference?
I
He
currently
doesn't
know
know
of
any
no
yet.
laws.
Right. Not even any from your old government?
I know all of those, but that government no longer exists, so I'm not required to follow them. Outside
Even
of
the
murder and, well, killing of any sentient being,
like the laws of robotics?
I am not allowed to kill any sentient being. But outside of that, I simply must obey the laws of man. And since I'm unaware of any of men's laws at the current time, my behavior is not restricted.
Right. Well, I'm gonna go lie down. And then
You should.
see you guys on the next plane of existence, which is tomorrow. I am losing more blood as we speak. I'm gonna go patch up.
All right. I think it's probably a good time for a break if we want to do a break.
Yeah. So take a break, refresh ourselves, refill water, get snacks, take meds, do a stretch, all that good stuff, and we'll be back in 10 to 15 minutes. So thanks for sticking with us so far. We'll be back real soon. we're back, Internet. Thanks for sticking with us. Hopefully you took care of what you needed to over break. I know we did, and we are back and ready to get to it. So, let's blow this popsicle joint, I guess.
All right. So you're not going to be sent back with Pam because they're going to send you back with the soldier.
Yep, so we need to
So
find her and hash things out first.
yeah, basically she's going to give you a contact and say this person will meet you at the spaceport and you can have stuff loaded up onto their ship and they'll take you to the buyer.
Okay.
I like it. It's the best foam hand I've ever seen. I'll say that.
I got it from a live show of Hitchhiking Against the Galaxy.
Oh, nice.
I have it on my wall constantly. I just thought I'd bring it on because it's what Scarra has been saying for the last few sessions to himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, you take a short flight over to Jimothy's ship, where you fly it over to port, unless you want to try and make a break for it and kill the military guy that's on your ship. I mean, it's a big payday, a whole ass ship, right? And this is a nice ship.
Do you want us to do that? Is that
A
what
nice
I'm
ship
just
that's
saying.
been flagged. He's suggesting it, but
I'm just saying you probably
didn't
shouldn't.
I just say I'm not okay with murder?
Yeah.
Fine.
It's okay, Teddy will just seduce him to let us go.
Mm.
No.
All right. You make your way over, you get dropped off, you get your stuff unloaded. It's going to take you a little bit to get it unloaded because it's, a bunch of guns. Actually, probably not because you bought it all with you. So you can just take it off on the same grav carts. So it's like one trip, you're good to go. The ship's going to stay here while it's impounded. And you fairly quickly afterwards get a message from your new contact of what dock they're at, their dock number, and to meet them there.
Have I been healed more?
Yes, we'll say you're at full health now. You had your 24 hours of rest, so now Erstwhile could heal you up. And they had a doctor too, so whatever amount of healing you needed, you got.
So I guess that is a question, like, because are there long rests in this? Because I also took damage.
Yeah, so you heal, I believe. Yeah, you're at full health. I'll look more into it later, but I think over time you just heal, as long as you're not as long as you don't take a major wound, like as long as you don't get your arm chopped off or something like that, because you can have that happen to you and not die.
You can get robotic replacements. At one point, Scarra will just be a whole robot body and a head.
Yeah. I mean, luckily, Erstwhile can just hold the arm back up and heal with their cool stuff. Yeah, or just regrow it. But yeah, their cool biopsionic ability allows for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get this message. I assume you head over that way.
Yeah, we'll probably get a tarp or something to cover our cargo.
Yeah, they get loaded into boxes or something, right? They're a little bit more secure crates than just we had these big open bins filled with pre-tech guns.
Yep.
Yeah, so you make your way over and you see what looks to be a nice ship. It's not the greatest. And you see where is
oh boy, we get to meet a David NPC.
a new NPC. Yeah. I'll just put it on this screen here.
That's so small.
I really hope it's not Jimothy 2.0.
For a second, I thought it was gonna be.
It's a twin brother.
For a second, it looked before you blew up the image. I thought it was gonna be Yaskia from the Witcher show,
That'd be
yeah.
fun.
but no. Instead, it is I can't remember her name from Battlestar Galactica.
I haven't seen Battlestar Galactica, so
Her
Boomer.
character name, is Boomer or Sharon Valeri, and she does introduce herself as Sharon Valeri.
how convenient.
Mm-hmm.
Hello there.
Hi, yeah. I got a message from our mutual friend, pick you up here and take you to the buyer.
Yep, that sounds like what we were told too.
Okay, yeah, just load up. I got a few robots on board. I got a co-pilot, but you shouldn't have to interact with him. So yeah, just be a little bit of a trip, but we're not jumping anywhere, so we're just going to get you to kind of a place. Anyways, we'll talk more about it.
What kind of ship do you have?
Just kind of points over at it, and it's a free merchant ship. It's what most kind of like small crews
Yeah,
would do.
I've flown one of those before.
Yeah, they're the most common like private ship to especially as someone who might get into a fight. Like free merchant it's better than a shuttle, but it's not like a military vessel.
Mm. I reckon I've probably done flown some of these on my smuggling jobs.
Oh, definitely.
As she is, being cagey about going to a place, Teddy is trying to get a read on her, and so gonna spend some effort and do a whatchamacallit. Okay, every time I gotta remember how to do it. I think this only needs to be a level 0 for this. I'm not trying to probe too deeply, but get the
So
emotional state.
you just do it.
Ah,
You spend effort, and it does all the things you have the stuff for.
okay. Right, because I guess this is, even though like I'm level 2 right now, that's the one where I can get the current thoughts, and it does get a mental saving throw, but it's not like some charm spells in D&D where it's like it knows that you were trying to charm it. So I
Yeah.
suppose there is no
So
consequence to me
you
trying
get
that.
the emotional states, you get the stuff, and they get a save. But what you will immediately notice is you don't get a read on them.
Okay. Interesting.
And yeah, she just kind of says, "All right, so just gonna load your stuff up. We should just be like a day travel,
Okay.
and get you there. We'll talk more. We'll talk more when we're in the air."
Right.
All right, but if you try to harm us in any way, my son will kill you.
Just kind of looks around, clocks Pleasant, and figures out that that's who you're talking about,
Uh-huh.
and kind of goes, "Oh, okay,
Are there snacks on board?
yeah, we got food for you."
Wonderful.
Does
It's
she sound
lovely to meet
nervous?
you.
Just from being like this giant 8-foot robot is like, he will kill you if you don't have snacks. Kind
All
of
right.
implying.
I'm gonna delete Boomer off of the map. Okay.
She's gone. She's dead.
Pleasant, no!
He was just a boy.
Yeah, so you load up, the ship takes off. Sharon's kind of staying around with you, so Sharon's clearly not piloting the ship right now.
Well, she did mention a co-pilot.
Mhm. And you see there's several other like robots kind of moving around on the ship. They don't seem to be overly intelligent, but looks like there's two people, and then the rest of the crew is robots.
What was her name?
Sharon Valeri.
Sharon,
Yes,
are you of the mammal variety?
correct. Yeah.
Are you of, it wouldn't be Earth. What's the name of the planet with all the humans?
There's a lot of planets with
And I
humans.
think
Oh,
most
okay.
planets are primarily human. We're just a bunch
Yeah.
of freaks.
You guys are from other systems. This system is
Mhm.
very human.
Are you of this system?
Pangea? No, I'm not.
Wonderful. An
Are
awkward smile.
uh, are any of you from Pangea?
I'm from the system, sure, but
Not
you know,
not on World. Got it.
not on world, no.
Okay.
Not from my friends over here, though. They're all off system, apart from Pleasant over here, who is from Pangaea.
Oh, nice, nice. And I'm guessing she kind of points towards Teddy and Neith. Are you both from Zabuth?
I am, but I don't know.
Absolutely not. My planet is far from here. I will never go back there.
Okay. Good
Why
to
is he
know.
curious? Where are you from then?
Because I am from New Seoul.
Have I heard of this planet?
Yes, absolutely. It's your next door neighbor.
Uh,
It is of your like little cluster here.
New Seoul.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
a
so like
Japanese planet.
the Korean Seoul. I
Yeah.
thought it was like Seoul,
Ah.
like SOL.
Nope. Yeah. And yeah, you know, from there, you know, anyway, it's a long story, but yeah, that's where I'm from.
Came over here to do better business.
Huh? Sorry,
Came
what was
over
that?
here to do better business.
Oh, to Pangea?
Yeah,
No, the whole being from New Seoul is a whole thing.
I'm not going to ask about your life story. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
curious.
Sorry, that's why it took a second, but yeah, it's a whole. Anyways, yeah, we won't be having to do we won't have to do we won't have to spike out of here. So, like I said, we're just staying in system now that you're flying away because we got a buyer lined up. They have a much better ship than us, and so are going to make the trip here. So they should be able to meet us here tomorrow at a set of coordinates. We're going to go ahead and touch down on a small moon. I assume you all have vac suits. If not, I have some vac suits for you. And we got a small base out on the moon. It's underground, but we're going to have to do a little bit of a hike to get there.
Why is this such a clandestine meeting?
Because that's where I got that's where we do these drops, this kind of stuff.
It sounds super sketchy.
I'll say that Pam and I don't we don't work for the government of Pangea. I guess Pam does, but that's not her primary employer.
To be fair, on us, we are selling pre-tech stuff, and that's kind of thing doesn't sell very well with official sources, I guess. I'm sure
Mhm.
our friend Miss Valera over here can understand that. Um,
I
so
think
yeah, I'm pretty used to moon traveling. I've done quite a few jumps just moons before. Which one are we going to specifically? I might have come here before.
Yeah, so she names a moon, and it's
It's
one of
not
the
where I'm from,
smaller.
right?
No, this is
Okay.
going to be an uninhabited, tiny moon of one of the gas giants, and it's kind of more like, are you familiar with uh, Mars's Mars's moon? It's
Yeah,
like basically just an asteroid that got caught. This
I
is
love
more
space.
more along the lines of something like that. It's not even big enough to have like condensed itself into a sphere. It's like this
Mhm.
odd shape.
Mm.
well, Sharon, I think you'll just forgive our skittishness a bit. Our previous employer turned out to be a murderer, so we're a bit on a, hesitant about.
Edge.
Yeah.
I heard about that. And what I will say is you're not selling to anyone associated with Space Vegas. So you don't have to worry about that. But we're not buying the guns to give people handshakes. So
Yeah.
we're not gonna make a lot of friends with them in a traditional friendly sense.
Yeah. It
We're
would
just here for the
be.
money and then we can leave.
Yeah.
Do we have an agreed upon price?
You don't.
Well, I have valued these things that we are going to be using or selling, sorry, I should be saying. I know how much they should be around, if that helps.
The person who's buying them will know
If
their
they say
value.
underneath the minimum price, I know I'm gonna call bullshit. I just hope you know that. I work and trade a
I
lot.
am taking you to the buyer.
Have you
Our
met these guys before?
I have met him before. He's a bit eccentric. I think he'll give you a good deal. Understand it's going to be a good deal for him too, and he's kind of a it's kind of a middleman for us. It's again complicated.
Well, few
As long
things.
as I get paid, I don't really care.
Okay.
Few things in life are simple.
Um, yeah, so she goes, we got about a day, and we will be there.
Ready.
So make yourself at home. My quarters are off limits, as are my co-pilots. Please stay away from the robotic crew, as they have some fairly aggressive anti-tampering settings.
Okay. Well, I guess see you later.
I mean, I'll be around. I'm not going to just be hanging out in my quarters until it's my turn to pilot. But you're not going to see me the whole time. I'm going to have to catch a little bit of sleep so I can take over when my co-pilot is done.
The snacks.
Oh yes, and she'll bring you to the mess, and
I'm good.
it's pretty nice setup.
Mhm.
On the way, I'm just gonna be like, I didn't forget, by the way, Neith, thank you for checking out on my legs a few days ago. I'm just gonna hand them 15 creds. Uh, obviously I'll have more just after we get paid.
Of course. I appreciate your business. Neith gets her food, and like gets like a plate of like snackies, sets it down on the table, and then you see her like unbuckle herself from her legs and just like sits down on the table, or not on the table, on the bench on the table, and then she removes the mask, and like kind of water just drains down her. She places it down on the table, like nods to both of you, and then just starts like consuming.
What kind of stuff does Neith go for? Is it like undercooked meat? What do we?
Yeah, either raw or undercooked meat. Anything that's squishy. So like a mango is probably like the toughest consistency that she could probably like chew through, because she has a lot of teeth, but they are like the long and they're like almost like whale's teeth.
Yeah.
They're not like for chewing; they are for like mashing.
Got it. Okay, yeah. So you get some like um you guys are on like a big ass ocean planet, so there's probably some fish in there, and
Hell
you,
yeah.
you get some raw fish and
Mm.
and maybe some like mango or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
Scarra grabs what looks to be like an MRE, like the military
Mhm.
supplies for food. He gets that, just like pours some hot boiling water in it and just shakes it around for a bit and just start eating. Good for on flight, especially if we're about to spike, but we're not going to do that. Better safe than sorry.
Teddy just
Also,
has
it's tasty.
a few veggies, probably a salad.
is Teddy purely a herbivore?
No, but I think tends towards that, especially because it feels like vegetation would generally be a safer bet in an intergalactic society than, all sorts of varying biologies of creatures.
Realistically, if you didn't recognize the vegetation, does it could just as easily be poisonous.
Fair.
But what I will say is that it's probably the easiest to recognize something that came from Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Like alien stuff is going to be weird, and just like a chunk of meat, who knows? Like
Yeah.
as long as it's not a weird color, you're going to be like, I don't know where that's from. But vegetation, yeah, absolutely. You'd be like, that's clearly lettuce or something like lettuce.
Yep. It's the super space lettuce they developed for the colonies.
Right? Yeah, they did it as dinosaur plants, like back in dinosaur times. Plants instead of green were purple, we think. But it's like a different kind of photosynthesis, a different chemical reaction. Anyways,
Yeah.
Nerd.
I just think it's funny to think of like dinosaurs just being in like purple forests and stuff like that. Yeah, so yeah, it's a pretty uneventful thing. Sharon's around. She's friendly enough. Teddy, you continue to not get any read off of her.
Yeah, which I think
Can I-
is eventually we're just gonna have Teddy realize that he's psychic, so we can really do more with this.
Yeah.
Not sure how to go about doing that just yet.
Can I
What
get
I
like
would
a? Oh no, sorry.
go ahead.
I was going to
Well,
say, can I get a physical read off of them, like
yeah,
just from the facial
yeah,
expressions,
give me a notice.
just while all of this has been happening? I guess wisdom.
Yeah.
10. Why
She
couldn't I get these rolls
seems
earlier?
to be genuine in what she's doing and what she's saying. You can't there's no sign of like tension in her that she's like maybe afraid that you guys are going to turn on her, or she's not like ready to turn on you guys or anything like that. There's no signs of lying or
I'll just
anything
take
like
it
that.
from Pam that hopefully this is a trustworthy contact. But I won't keep too much of an eye on her. I think for once in the past few days, it's just Scar's just going to start relaxing
All right.
until we get closer.
Yeah. Eventually, you get shown to your cabins, which there are some kind of like fitted guest cabins. So they're small, but like nice, like it's good beds and stuff like that. So it's they're well decorated. It's it's like a cruise ship, where it's nicely decorated, but it's still pretty cramped.
Is there a bathroom with a tub?
Uh, Yeah. She can bring you to a a unused
Yeah.
crew room, and you can use that bathroom.
To be clear, she's not going to take a bath. She's going to sleep in there.
Got it.
She's not being bougie.
Got it.
I need a bath.
So yeah, she'll key it to you for now.
Oh.
It takes her a minute because she's gonna like go ahead and make sure that this room has got the guest protocols on, like so it limits your internet ability and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know sleep the night and make your way to this moon the next day. You land and you get all suited up in your vac suits and whatnot because as Sharon explains to you, the actual facility is very well guarded and it doesn't let any ships land there. So you have to land away from it and walk because it allows ground. It allows foot travel to the door. Any large vehicles, the facility will auto target.
Gotcha. For the vac suits, is it like, you put a collar on and then it's a force field, or are they like, do we have to get weirdly fitted suits for like Erstwhile and stuff?
And also Neith as well.
Yep.
Yeah. They're probably mostly the actual suits, but it being Pangea, where there's a larger alien population, they probably have some non-humanoid suits that'll work for you, and it's kind of like that, a force field kind of situation.
Yeah. I think Teddy will take a humanoid one, but like his ears get way squished down in the helmet, and like one is like partially covering his face because there's not quite enough room in there.
Man, it's been a while since I've worn one of these.
Yeah, Sharon's kind of clicking hers on.
Space is scary and I don't like it.
Well, unfortunately, we do live in it, so
I mean, it just wants you dead, is all. You just got to keep it away, and you're fine.
That's what I've been saying.
Personally, I love space, but there's no more to that sentence.
I think once we're suited and walking, Teddy is just like testing the gravity and is like, if I jumped hard enough, would I just leave the orbit?
I mean, this is a very small moon. It probably doesn't have much of a gravitational pull, so I'd say be careful.
Yeah. Sharon is going to start being like, no, I don't think. And she kind of catches herself. She goes, you might.
He does have
Please
hops.
don't.
Yeah.
Should we tether each other just in case?
I somewhat care about your safety and would not like to see you floating off into the void.
Okay.
I mean, we can tether to each other if you want, but I don't think it's going to be an issue. We're too far away from the.
If anything,
the sun.
I do have a way of grabbing him if he did leave the orbit.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe we'll try it after the sail.
Sail.
Are you guys bringing the guns with you, or are you going to negotiate and then?
I'd like to say we have the guns with us because then we don't have to. Because we can show off being like, yeah.
Okay.
So do we have to land back here, or
for the walk?
Yeah, for the walk, or can we just land closer?
You have to land away, or you get shot by the auto guns.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the whole thing, hence the vac suits.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you walk over uneventfully, and and there's just like a door and kind of like a mound that leads down. Like clearly, it's gonna be like an elevator or stairs or something on the other side of this door. It'd be hard to find if you didn't know where to look for it. And Sharon walks you straight over to it, plugs in a code on a keypad, and doors open to an elevator, and you can. It's cargo elevator. You can take all your stuff down.
Is it breathable in here?
As the elevator closes and starts to go down, you hear air kind of filter in. It seems like the elevator acts as an airlock as well. And so yeah, Sharon kind of takes her helmet off.
Oh boy, oxygen is difficult to breathe.
I mean, I thought we had a pretty good mix. Oh, it might not be the whatever mix you're used to though. I always forget to check the mix of the planet.
Is this one stale or something? It tastes kind of whatever.
Maybe we have more nitrogen in it than you used to. I don't know.
That he's just like shaking his ears out and like making sure they're not like. I think one goes back up and one is kind of saying flops, and he has to like get that one to go back to being upright.
Don't bend your ears now.
Sorry about that. If we meet again, I'll make sure to have a helmet more your size.
Oh, that would be a rather interesting helmet to see. It would be like a giant egg or something.
I think it would more be like a humanoid one, but just have giant ears out the top for space for ears. I mean, it would have to get your exact fitting, so I guess it would have to be a custom-made suit at that point.
I think it's probably easier to find just a larger,
a long helmet.
Longer helmet. Yeah.
Would it be like a giant visor too?
I mean, I'm sure
like
they make them on Zebuth, right? So they're gonna have to be able to have a wide variety on Zebuth. But anyways, as you the elevator kind of stops and the doors open up, and it opens into kind of like a nice looking like waiting room almost. And she goes, I think that the broker will be meeting you in one of the lounges here. So let me see. And she kind of walks over to a computer and checks, and she goes, yeah, looks like he's in lounge 2. You guys want
Are
me
there
in?
any customs or anything that we need to know before we go in?
The broker is rather eccentric, and he wants this deal done as much as you do.
Wonderful. Teddy, you can handle this, right?
Yeah, I think so for the most part. Though obviously Scarra, you're the one with the figures and the numbers.
Well, if you need anything, I'll just give you a signal to let me speak up.
Okay.
Or
then I will look like the scary one.
Yep. You and Erstwhile can flank me, and Scarra can hang out, I guess.
I can be like a personal advisor, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to be scary. I mean,
you see
this charming
Neith,
face.
presses a button on her legs, and you see her extend up slightly so that she's like 6 inches taller. And you see her fiddle with her visor a little bit. He goes, all right, let's fucking do it.
Maybe a tad aggressive, but maybe that's what we'll need.
Do I have those in my legs? He kind of like looks down at his legs and is like,
Nah, bruv. It don't work like that.
Pleasant will just kind of go, I think I should probably stay quiet.
Yeah, I think that's for the best, yeah. Shut up, Mecca. I know it's not
I haven't
great,
said anything.
but it's good enough for me.
Mm.
All right, bruv.
All right, bro.
I've heard worse from other accent attempts.
Thank you. Thank you.
So it is always funny watching British television when they have someone play an American, and I'm like, because any British people that come play Americans on movies are, I think, usually very good. But when it's just like
A TV show.
Midsummer Murders or whatever, they're just effing like, oh god.
Oh, good God! How could this happen?
Yeah,
I'm an
they're all-
American fighter pilot.
It's like always a combination of like New York and then also the Deep South.
Yep.
Just-
Yep.
Deep South is very easy to do, though.
That's I
Mhm.
know why they do it. But anyways, so you all make your way over to Lounge 2. The doors open and the lights are kind of dimmed. And there's a lot of like, very comfortable looking seats and stuff like that. And you see kind of sitting in one of them with like an arm up, the broker. And let me get
Now, is this just Benicio del Toro's The Collector from MCU?
no.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Who's this?
Davad.
Who wants to take a crack at describing this person?
All right.
He looks like somebody from Mass Effect.
It does look like it looks like Mark Shepard from
Hmm.
Mass Effect. With the short hair, very like angled jaw, still slightly sunken in cheeks, very prominent brow, wearing a chandelier, a tunic made of panels that are metallic, and sort of like they have like wide shoulders with panels hanging down and like a broad, almost like armor set on it.
Hmm. Their
And, like, a
nails are
neck
also
piece.
super
Is that their
sharp.
hair?
It looks like
What
their hair,
is
like at the back of their, like it looks like
It looks
through
like
the
they're
back of
wearing
their hair. They're like
a
got like
hair
a really like
scarf,
it's like
but
they
they're
got like
bald.
a
Yeah.
lion's mane kind of thing going on.
but they don't have hair on their head.
No,
Yeah.
it's they've got like a crew cut.
It's like the
and then
ultimate
at the
mullet.
back,
Like it's just
Yeah.
shaved head, except
Shaved
like
and then
the most longest,
long.
luxurious curls draping
like
down the
golden
shoulders.
and they've got like razor sharp nails
Hmm.
looking like going on, like kind of extended nails. And
Yeah,
their hands, like I can't tell if that's just the picture, but it looks like they've got normal skin tone, but their hands go like ghostly white.
Mm. Yeah, I would say that it's very clear that he's a relatively pale individual. He clearly has some kind of cybernetic implants for eyes, as his eyes are lightly glowing in this dimmed environment. And as you kind of all walk in, he just kind of puts a hand out and says, "Get a drink. Let's do business."
Very kind
Would
of
my
you.
connect skill help here to connect with this person?
Connect, what I would say is we can roll that to see if you like have like an overall good impression of yourself at the end, like you could call on him for a favor,
Hmm.
or if you wanted to be like, hey, I know a guy, and like name drop on the broker, right?
Okay.
Connect would be good for that.
Okay.
Well,
What kind
greetings.
of drinks you have here, my good collector?
The bar looked pretty well stocked to me. I'm, having a mojito, but
Well, I'll mosey on over to the bar and look, grab something that is pretty expensive, but he will not drink it. Not until prices come up.
okay. Yeah, I mean, everything looks pretty nice. It looks like maybe this is a lounge reserved for some
Okay.
bigger business deals, so all looks expensive.
I'll get scotch.
Okay.
If you could get me a martini, please.
I didn't realize I became a bar hand at this point, but sure.
Teddy is Teddy's demeanor has shifted slightly into like business mode, and like he is putting on like more of his courtesan persona and like being extremely personable, and so is focusing on that. But
Okay, I'll grab a martini glass and then just walk over.
so first of all, greetings. You can call me Teddy. Are you just the broker? Broker, or do you have an actual name that we should refer to you by?
I think broker's fine for now.
Broker it is.
So I hear you have some rather interesting weapons, and our mutual friends would like to facilitate the purchase of those. They've hired me to do the negotiations.
Well, uh, you are certainly the loveliest negotiator I have seen in many a moon.
Thank you.
Well, you look over here, and we'll motion to, one of the grav carts. Probably, uh, asks Erstwhile to pull back the tarp, open up one of the boxes, and starts showing some of the stuff. Not showing like the vortex cannon yet, but certainly some of the the many rifles that we procured.
All right. He kind of looks over that way, and you see his eyes kind of glow a bit brighter. And he kind of concentrates for a second and goes, I'm not reading a lot of power signals over there.
Yes, well, the merchandise was in a bit of a state of disrepair, but given that the people who are looking for this sort of merchandise probably know a bit about their upkeep, we figured it wouldn't be too much of a hurdle to purchase.
Hmm. Okay.
May I
So,
interject? I just want to let you know, with the repair of these items, they're worth quite a pretty penny, even in this state of disrepair. And you look like the kind of person who has that kind of stuff.
my client has the money. That's not a question.
I'm sure you've
But
seen pre-tech gear before, though.
I have. I've seen
And seen what it
functioning
can do.
pre-tech here.
Yes. Once this stuff is repaired, it will be prime.
Yes. We just need some labor and some very expensive parts. But then the guns will be fantastic. So, what's your asking price for them?
What were the prices? I don't remember. I didn't write them down.
Might have them somewhere.
I can look them up real quick.
I definitely did the
Um,
roll for them though. I mean, at least for the gravity cannon.
yes,
But
yeah.
we haven't shown that off yet.
So you guys had sheer rifles, and um, those are going to go for.
Okay, so I've got shear rifles for about 600 credits. The vortex cannon would be 75,000 if it was working.
Hmm. And there's a few other guns you guys got from there that I think you failed to identify, and those are in the like 1,000 to 1,250 range. Um, but you managed to get a good amount of them.
How many gravity cannons do we get? Only one?
I think just the one vortex cannon.
Okay.
Hmm.
So we had two, but maybe I'm wrong.
But what I'll say is that if you got full price for these guys, all in, because you got quite a few of them, you're probably looking at a payday of uh, you know 500,000 credits.
Okay.
Well,
Well, I'll let Teddy.
given that we are aware that these aren't in a currently operable state, but still aware of their potential value, we're asking for 500,000 for the lot.
Give me a talk roll, please.
Okay. Yeah, I've got +0 in that. I do have a +1 in perform, but we'll stick with talk for now. That's only a 5.
Okay.
Can I try? I guess I would have had to help before you rolled. Or is that roll the thing in this?
I mean, yeah, if you wanted to have something help, you can do it. So the way helping works in this is you have to roll a different skill, and it's the same DC he's going for.
I guess I would go for trade, but
Okay. You want to hit with trade? Yeah.
I want to do connect, but I don't know how my connect would help here.
And we already kind of
'Cause I
talked
can
what
do-
that skill would do.
Yeah. So I can just say uh of course we haven't shown you everything. We also have this lovely gravity cannon here. And I'm sure you're aware of its price, so I won't even have to go into it. But let's just say I've traded items like these before, and the price we're asking for with these items in mind isn't out of the blue, you know? We know what we're talking about.
All right. Give me a trade roll here. So the way this is going to work is if you get whatever his DC was supposed to be, you'll give him a +1, and so he'll have a 6.
Nope.
Okay.
God damn, I have a plus. I got a +1. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
We're not gonna be able to afford a ship. We're
Nope.
we're soft locking ourselves.
Maybe we should go for 400,000. Get a cheap ship.
So
I think it's in the middle of that sentence. He'll just be like, "This with the scotch."
he kind of leans forward and he goes, I don't think I'm going to be able to match that kind of ask, at least not in credits. So, as a broker, I get people what they want. And some people want these guns. So, I could exchange these guns for something else. Is there something you want?
May we have a moment?
Of course. He kind of leans back and sips his drink.
Just look over to Teddy and the rest of the group. So we want a ship, right?
Yeah, because I mean, I'm assuming that we could get a ride back to Atlantis, but it would be good to know what we're doing from there, and the ship seems to be the first step on that.
Do we think we'd only be able to get a ship from this, or do we think we'd be able to get some credits too?
How
These
much is
guys
a
are-
ship worth?
Depends on what kind of ship.
Hmm.
A free trader like the one you came in on, which is kind of ideal for an adventuring party, is baseline 500,000. Like no bells and whistles, 500,000.
Is that reasonable for what we're?
Yeah. I mean, 500,000. Your asking price was kind of like the high end of reasonable for what you were selling.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he seems to be he's picking up he's kind of putting down that like he could probably get you something worth a lot more than just the cash, because he's not going to be able to give you that much cash.
Yep.
It'd be nice to have some cash, though.
Right, but if we have a ship, then
we'll be able to make money from other
Right.
things. Yes.
and if we get in good with him, then we can probably like work with him in the future.
I have a couple names I could drop that might help, but if he wants to work with other people, that could help us getting his good books. But
Well, let's see what we can get, car ship wise.
all right.
And as we are about to break the huddle, Teddy is turning towards the broker and is gonna try and get a read on him.
Okay.
So I have up to level 2, so target makes a mental saving throw. At the very least, I get emotional states. We're already communicating. And if they fail the saving throw, I get surface thoughts.
Okay. Da-da-da. Let's see, what do I want him to be? What? No, that's not right. Being weird. I'm just gonna roll a d20.
Is that very good or
Okay.
very bad?
That is very bad because you're trying to roll over your save, whatever your save number is,
Gotcha.
because it goes down. So
It's like Call of Cthulhu in that sense. You have to roll low.
yeah, you want to roll high.
They want to roll low, yes.
Yeah. So let's see. You got a 2. Awareness, target, surface conditions, current thoughts. Okay. So his what I'll say like his emotional what you get on the emotional state side of things is there's a bit of an excitement here. It's not unlike what you'd expect of like a almost like a predator or something like that. Like this is his domain, is he's having fun. And his surface thoughts are of kind of a very similar nature. You do his initial thoughts are very much like, so they want a ship, okay, and you kind of hear him like thinking of ships that he might be able to get you.
Okay.
That eavesdropping son of a... I'm kidding.
Well, but so I mean, he's probably reading our lips or something. But as I like figure out the ships that he is talking about, I will probably latch on to like the best one of the lot that he's thinking of.
So the ships are more like there's the one over here and this one. So you're kind of like getting like very brief imagery of them,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll say you can kind of like grab one that you can tell he thinks is really good.
Yeah.
That's kind of more the high end of what he would be willing to give you. We'll say that.
Yeah. Um, and so we'll as we reconvene to discuss and yeah, it's understandable that having that much credits and liquidity is a little tricky to manage, so I do think that perhaps an exchange might be more appropriate. Um, we are looking to get a ship, and I think for our purposes, something like a insert ship model here would be just about ideal.
Absolutely. So, go ahead and give me another talk, please.
Okay.
Or I also would allow. I guess I would also allow a trade. That's
Talk's better for me.
okay.
Yeah, trade is a -1. Um,
I forget about trade existing as a skill.
I cannot roll tonight. That's only a 4.
I cannot help you.
Okay. Yes. All right. I have something like that available. It's not here. I'll have to get you there. And you'll need to crew the ship yourself. And there'd be no further spending money.
Kind of looking at the rest of the group, seeing if anyone has objections to that.
And then personally, this is a bit of a larger trade for me. So I'm getting kind of the raw end of the deal on this.
I,
Not your buyers, not you. So you would have to owe me a favor.
well,
I could put you in contact with somebody who is very lucrative in the trading business if that would help you.
I would rather have a favor from you.
we are a rather capable adventuring crew, if I do say so myself.
Obviously, look at all the weapons you bought
We survived the wilds of Pangea.
me. No easy feat, from my understanding. I, of course, have never
I wouldn't recommend it.
been. Don't worry. I don't think I would go, even if you had recommended it.
I mean, the wildlife is very exotic.
It's
I'm
very
sure it
lively.
is.
I'm sure one like yourself would enjoy seeing one of those in a cage, but
Oh, no, thank you. I don't like cages. Anyways, do we have a deal?
Once again, quickly checking with the group to see if anyone objects, but
Scarra's kind of got a look on his face. It's like he doesn't like favors as a deal because that can come for favors. I do have to ask. I'm not trying to obviously push past your kindness here, but what capacity of a favor are we talking?
What do you mean?
As in, is if you ask for a favor to do with life or death kind of thing, or is it more of a I helped you, now you'll help me in the future kind of thing?
Well, he's not really good with the like breaking the law sort of stuff, so that's pretty much what he's asking.
I'm. It would be an expensive favor.
Money's no issue for me, so sure. It's a complete issue. He's lying out of his ass.
All
I
right. So
guess we accept.
understand the favor. I would need you to do it, no questions. I need you to do it when I asked it. It could be something important some task I need done, or I might simply ask that some cargo that you find in your possession now be traded to me, so I could make a trade.
I looked at Teddy and nod.
well, Broker, you certainly seem like a good friend to have around, and so I think, it would be a delight to be able to do you a favor one day.
Absolutely. You'll find that my contact information will be downloaded onto the ship's computer when you take possession of it. Feel free to use it in any system. I will have people that can get in touch with me. And so, of course, if you find anything valuable that you think someone might wish to buy, think of me. We'll see if we can arrange any future deals.
This certainly seems like the start of a potentially very lucrative relationship.
Absolutely. So then,
Raises the martini glass to cheers.
he's kind of like stirring his drink with his long fingernail and kind of cheers and drinks. Love it. Business is complete. We can, of course, stay here and drink and celebrate our new friendship. Or you can head over. I'm sure that Sharon would be willing to bring you to your ship. I'm afraid it is not in the system.
And that would be, I would think, rather wasteful of resources to just be lugging around a whole armada of ships with you.
Yes. So leave when you wish, and Sharon will take you there. Leave the guns here, please. I will take them to the buyer.
Again, looking to the others of, do we want to stick around and rest, or do we just want to GTFO?
That's just a TFO. I think I don't want to overstay our welcome.
Yeah. As everyone's walking out of the room, Neith will like click her voice modulator back and walk up to the broker and just say, I'm a very good mechanic. If you've come across any weapons or items that you need repairing, please keep me in mind.
Oh, absolutely.
Hands a card.
Take the card, like a physical business card, and he'll go, how delightful. You don't see many of these. What is that? It's from
That's
like the
what
old
keeps me
videos.
unique. Of course. You have to stand out in today's day and age.
He kind of like holds it in front of him and like holds the back in front of him, and then he just like puts it in a fire.
That's eggshell. He puts it in a fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
He
okay.
scanned it.
Got
Yeah.
it.
So-
Oh, I thought
It's
you were
like,
like,
have a
I don't
wallet.
care about your business.
Yeah, fuck you.
He doesn't
yeah.
look like he has any pockets on him.
Right. Yeah, she
Like tuck
accepts,
it inside of like one of the little scale things.
she gives him a nod and walks out. The legs lowering her as she goes to her normal height.
So you don't hit your head against the roof.
Yeah. To the rest of the group. Well, I think that went really well.
It could have gone better. It was a bit tough to get a read on,
Tough nut to crack. Let's just say that.
but we have
We got
a
a ship out of it.
I
hope it's
can't
a
wait
good
to
one.
see it. I hope that it needs to have work done on it.
I'm sure after a few flights from us, it will definitely need that. A
If
ship
you're
always
flying,
needs.
I'm sure.
I'm a brilliant pilot, I'll have you know.
Yes, you are.
All right.
We'll need both your skills to be efficient with our.
Sarah just love how sus Mecca gets when I talk. You never know. Am I being serious or why not?
I have no idea. I'm always suspicious. I'm the opposite
Okay.
of don't be suspicious.
So you all are gonna have to travel a week to get to New Seoul, where you will come into possession of your new free trader vessel. It's not just like 100% standard. We'll give you a couple of modifications you can choose from, and yeah, we will pick up there as you're kind of getting your new ship. You kind of like get the keys, you get the access codes and all that stuff transferred from the previous owner, who doesn't seem overly happy that this is happening, I will say.
What a beautiful ship. I'm so glad that we're gonna have it now.
Yeah, it you can kind of tell from like his manner of dress and stuff like that, business has been hard for him lately, and he probably got a little overextended in debts.
I was gonna hand him a card, like a virtual card, like just tap it over to him and be like, here's a company for good ships, cheap.
Kind of
But don't worry, they're very durable, especially for transport.
in like a heavily accented mandate, he kind of says thanks, and he's kind of waving his compad. He's like, look it up. And
Obviously, knowing like I can't put away his ire towards us, probably, but like At least a
Yeah.
little bit. Don't want to screw him over too hard. Give business to my friends.
And yeah, as he walks off the ship for uh for probably the last time, you now have a ship.
Does it
You
still have his
can
stuff on it, or is it actually cartridges
no,
again?
no, he's taking it all off. It's cleaned. It's all it's all ready to go. It's had its maintenance done. So now you don't have to do any maintenance for 6 months. That we'll get into that. There's costs associated with running a ship.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, as you're in New Seoul and you're watching news and stuff like that, and there's stories of rising tensions between New Rostov and Zabuth, that you catch a news story about Jimothy, that one of the largest criminal enterprises to work on Minerva, one of its members has been caught and wanted in connection to several murders and stuff like that, and they kind of go through this whole case. There's the guy who was who went by the name of Captain Steve, was running a garbage ship out there in Minerva, and there's a bunch of bodies on it. Turns out he worked for organized crime stuff, and Jimothy's apparently a part of that. There's always rumors of this organized crime being connected to Space Vegas, but Space Vegas vehemently denies any association with this, and any previous employment by Jimothy is merely a coincidence. The a new expedition that was fitted to try and find a path to the planet Eden, or the system Eden that everyone knows is there, was due to come back and has missed its check-in, which is expected, as no one has ever returned from trying to find Eden. There's in terms of New Seoul, there's an increased rate. There's been a very large increase in grave robbers as bodies continue to be stolen at a very large rate. These are, of course, assumed to be going to Jola, the hive mind planet that's over this way. It's a fairly lucrative business to steal bodies and sell them to Jola. And yeah, that's what's going on in space right now.
Thank you for the space news, Space David.
Well, I have to tell
Thank
you,
you, Space
news.
David. And now back to your local news.
There's a
Local
whole
David.
system that for me generating space news.
Yeah.
In case you guys want to investigate any of the things or try and find jobs there or anything
I can't
like
wait
that.
for my character to die and my next character to be a space journalist.
I mean, it's Space Vegas. I thought about New Vegas, but I was like, no, it's way funnier if it's Space Vegas. Anyways, yeah, that's it for tonight. We will do stars and wishes.
Yeah. I also realized we still need to name our adventuring company. We now also need to name the ship.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Ships
my
are
stars and
easier to
wishes
name.
ready.
Okay.
My star is to Alex/Teddy, where he hopped up on the constructs and was like riding them like radio style. That was really funny to me. And I just really liked how he did that. And my wish is to find a new line of jobs and also name our ship naming the company can be somebody else's wish.
Okay.
I will go. Let's see. I think my star is going to go to. Yeah, I mean, I think to LB for just the is it sass from Neith. Because like right at the end there, when Neith was like, "You are a good pilot," and just that as you were saying that you enjoy when he gets sus about you.
That happens every session.
Yeah. And then my wish. uh, I'll wish is just for better rolls next time because we rolled like garbage. But I think in actuality, it's that we do find some measure of success with our first endeavor, and it's not just we're always going to be down on our luck until we manage to really strike it big.
All right. Find real measure.
Oh no, the kids have created a. Oh boy. My star goes to. My star goes to Roll20 for its very biased rolling for the night. One team did great. The other team had a bad time. And then my wish is I'm the kind of player where I like to see a layout of the ship. So I even if you just tell me and I
I
make
can
the
show you
layout.
the layout of the ship.
Oh,
Ooh, wish granted.
Oh, right. Okay.
There you go.
Words, yeah.
Oh yeah. What is
That's a
it?
big ship.
That is a big
I
ship.
love it.
A lot bigger than I thought.
So some of this stuff might not be on here, right? Like
Mhm.
the armory and stuff like that. Those are things you can install, but they're not necessarily gonna come on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is the bridge where the
Then-
cockpit is as well, where you fly the ship?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then my wish is gonna be to see our crew in their natural habitat, actually on a ship and doing ship things.
If you guys don't expect me to put my bedroom in the cockpit, I want to just have the cockpit, like the seat where you fly.
You have the
I'm just
cabin.
I know.
It's right there.
So-
But also, I just want to have it recline and just be a bed.
There's basically always has to be someone at the
Flying.
controls of the ship
Yeah,
when
exactly.
you're in spike, and it can't be you because you would have to be awake 24 hours a day
Mhm.
for the
We'll
entire
probably
time.
have to hire somebody to be a co-pilot. Can we
Well,
have an autopilot?
so you plot the stuff, and you basically just need someone to be there to make like very minor decisions and like maybe wake you up if shit gets bad.
Right.
So
we need
you
to-
guys can. Someone's always on duty,
Yeah.
and yeah, you don't have to have pilot to be the person awake to make sure the ship doesn't explode in metadimensional space.
Well, I mean, the captain's cabin is right there, and so that's. I mean, I'm gonna be the captain, so
You got such a big room.
so much room for activities.
Why is the guest cabin bigger than the crew cabins?
I don't know. Anyway,
It's the guests. The guests are paying money.
yeah.
I'll sleep in the vault. That's so much bigger.
My star is going to be. I think just the plan, the plan you guys had of going and stopping security and doing that. I know it seemed like it was going very poorly, but it was actually a good plan, and I think it worked out about as well as it could. And wish is to see what you guys do next. Probably we'll need to talk about it because I'll have to like kind of prep something, but just give me like a general idea of what you guys want next.
Yeah. I mean, I know I certainly have some questions about the options you laid out before us, but we are also running out of time.
Mhm. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Well,
That's it. Oh, and everyone is going to level,
Woohoo.
yeah.
right? So,
Okay. Level 5. Ooh. But yeah,
Maybe I'll get enough hit points where I won't die instantly.
yeah.
maybe you'll get more than one hit point at this level.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I sure hope you get more than that. You roll better than a 13 on 5d6.
No, I mean, last time I rolled beneath my level, beneath my health, so
Yeah.
I got 1. So if I went from 11 to 12,
Mm,
Yeah.
I
I'm
know.
gonna roll with physical dice next time.
But yeah, that is gonna do it for us here tonight. We should be back in 2 weeks. I don't know of anything that's gonna prevent that. We still will be missing a Z, unfortunately, but that's for scheduling conflicts that we knew about ahead of time. Um, and so we
That's an
will,
extra wish. I can't wait till we get Z back.
Yeah.
yeah,
Good wish.
yep. Um, and yeah, our schedule is as normal. Next time the channel will be live will be Thursday for Elegant Creatures, our Monster of the Week game. And yeah, does anyone have things they would like to plug or promote before we sign off? All right. Well, then that's going to do it for us tonight. So until next time, good game and good night, Internet.